very excited to be speaking with her because she's a cultural geographer as well as a filmmaker. She's already done a film in Bangladesh, very interesting film, and she's in the process of doing another one. So I'm really, really excited to have ISABELLA Antunes in the studio today. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. It's really
thank you for coming in. And look, I'm so excited to hear about your new film, but let's touch upon your first one, just because I want people to know what you're about and what you've been doing.
Okay.
So talk to me about your first film, Happy Rain.
Okay, Happy Rain is the beautiful story about thousands of farmers in Daudkandi, 2 hours away from Dhaka, who actually turned the floods into a profitable fish farm and changed their life.
Wow.
And I thought that was a brilliant story to tell, you know, in a time where everybody, most of the media is making us very frightened and giving us a very alarming vision of the future, saying we are too many on the earth, not enough food, climate change and all this. Here was a beautiful story that proved the opposite, is that actually people in this area are able to do what they have.
Yeah.
And so this is Happy Rain.
Yeah, and it's also about hope, isn't it? You know, it's being able to turn a bad situation into something positive.
Completely, and I think it's inspiring many people, and also, you know, to do that in other parts of the country and to different countries also.
Yeah.
So really, Happy Rain is a beautiful and hopeful message to Bangladesh and to the world. And
let's talk about High Tunes Bangladesh DNA. I love the title, but I want you to go into detail about what it's about, because I'm obviously I understand what it's about already, but I think the viewers would love to know.
So High Tunes Bangladesh DNA is another film that talks about hope, that talks about no division. So we're going to portray one leading architect, Rafiq Azam, one of the best architects in the country, who is known for his green architecture. But this time, he's kind of bringing changes in the life of people in Dhaka. He's got a mandate to actually beautify 31 parks with a vision, no walls, no division. So he's going to break down all the walls. He's got beautiful welcoming designs which are going to enable people to meet. No division, women, small girls, elderly people, boys, everybody will be able to come and play and use the park at any time of the day or in the night. There's going to be coffee shops, library. So, of course, he's disrupting the life of people. Parks are still associated with a kind of a negative image because, you know, it's the place where antisocial people meet at night, where people are afraid to go because, you know, of all these things happening. But he's going for it, and this has started, it is happening. On the other hand, you have another beautiful character, which name is Oishe. Many of you probably know Oishe as a singer. She's 21 years old. She's a medical school student. She wants to be a doctor to inspire people to live, but she has this big dream to get the world to know that Bangladesh has a rich folk heritage. So they don't know each other, right? But they are inspired by the same heritage and also by Lalon. He brings down visible walls, she brings down invisible walls.
Wow.
And the whole story is going to be talking about this no division and this hopeful future through their life and their work, actually.
Well, let's watch a small clip of High Tunes Bangladesh DNA.
Architect Rafiq Azam from Chateautou has started to rehabilitate and to beautify 31 parks in South Dhaka with a vision: no wall, no division.
In the name of security, we are, dividing people. We are stopping people from meeting each other, seeing each other, talking to each other. If you don't trust other people, they will do the similar to you. They will not trust you. You will hate them. They will hate you. So how much you can go by hating people, by disrespecting, distrusting people? How far you can go? You can put a boundary wall, you can put a fence, okay, fine. Then what? They will be hostile equal to you. Because it's all reciprocal. So probably that's completely wrong. We can reverse the whole situation, start loving people, respecting people, trusting people. Doesn't mean there will be no bad people. Perhaps there will be few bad people that we can control. But we cannot control everything negatively.
This is Oishe. She's 21 years old, a third-year medical school college. Her dream?
To make the world know Bangladesh is a country with a rich folk heritage still very much alive today.
When I sing Lalon songs, I can connect something with God or something very spiritual, and which I cannot express actually. Because when I sing, that time I can feel.
Lalon says human is a composition of two elements, body and the soul. The soul is the thoughts. It comes into the body and goes out of it. So the challenge of a human being is to capture the good thoughts coming into your body. You don't allow the bad thoughts to deposit in your body. This is how you can become a good human being, you know. He says thoughts are like a bird, you know. It comes into your mind and body and goes out of it, you know. And my question, how we can create the good thoughts? If you have this environment is hostile, how can you collect the good thoughts from the environment?
Such inspiring words, you know, and actually it's so interesting. You've got two characters there who are from two different walks of life, all wanting actually the same thing. Mm-hmm. And I think it's incredible. Now you're here because you are trying to raise awareness for this film.
Yes, I think that this message, I mean the message of the architect is really a beautiful message that the whole world wants to hear.
Yeah.
And it's a message that comes from a place that is the least expected. You know, we barely see Bangladesh. You know, if you come to think of it, who knows what Bangladesh is like, really, beside the bad news and and the alarming things. But there is a lot of fabulous things that are happening. I mean, so many amazing initiatives, and this particular happening is something that can inspire other countries. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I am extremely motivated to do this film. It is not easy to do because
what challenges do you face?
I think the biggest challenges is to convince television and cinemas to actually screen the film. Okay. I just attended a big marketplace for documentary in La Rochelle in France. It's something that happens every year. There was like 2,000 people attending the event, almost 1,000 projects that were presented in the pipeline for next year. None of them are about Bangladesh. And when you actually try to talk to television about, broadcasting it, they say to you, but no, we don't believe there is an interest in seeing Bangladesh, because there is still that very hard and negative image that is attached to the country because we have not seen it. So we are in kind of a loop, in a vicious circle. How can a television take the risk to actually broadcast something when there is no reason? Like for Happy Rain, there was a good reason because of COP21. So there was an opportunity for the television to actually broadcast it. But to broadcast a subject like that today, when the offer for other films from different countries is so huge, why would they choose Bangladesh?
So how can we help as a community? How can we help in getting this film out?
Thank you so much for asking me. Actually, my strategy is to start attracting televisions about the demand from the audience. Instead of just watching what the television thinks is good for us, why don't we start, catching the attention of what we want to see? So typically, this is an example. So I've started a website where there is a counter where people can actually donate from 50 taka, €1, up to €15 you know, anybody can just give the minimum. What I want, I don't want millions of dollars, I want millions of people. So that the counter actually demonstrate that there are a lot of people who do want positive film about Bangladesh, about other countries, because this is what's going to connect us. You know, we see so many bad news, and that reinforces the fear and the division. So
yeah, no, I mean, I can see, I mean, you've obviously got a counter app, and people can go onto that website and donate.
yes, please start today. 50 taka is enough, €1. What's important is that we are a huge tribe, you know, and that people can start to say, okay, I'm part of this movement because I want good news, I believe in good news, this is what's going to bring us together. So this is my message today.
Do you know what's nice is that you are focusing on the positive, right? I think when we watch, you know, sometimes when we watch films or anything like that, we do see sometimes a negative light on Bangladesh. You know, you have to just ask people that don't know Bangladesh what their view is of Bangladesh. And sometimes, you know, you hear about, you know, you'll hear about food, you'll hear about poverty, or you'll hear about floods. But it's so nice that you are focusing on something that is forward thinking, and it's changing the lives of people in Bangladesh for the better.
Yes.
And I'd like to know why is it so important to you, this topic?
Because we live in a world where everything is constantly dividing us. And as a geographer, I've been working in many different countries. I've learned to love Bangladesh while doing Happy Rain. But what really caught my attention in Bangladesh is the softness of the heart. And I think I have not found this in other countries. It doesn't mean that the other countries, you know, people are not good, not at all. I'm just saying there's something very special in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, how can that be? So I started to learn about the culture. Then I discovered a profoundly musical country. Then I thought, what are the lyrics saying? Then I realized that actually the words were all about love, an invitation to find God within, to worship Mother Nature. And I thought, could it be that these words are actually operating like prayer flags, you know, beautiful words blowing in the hearts of people that are making this soft heart. And that really motivated me to do iTunes and to go ahead with this. But it's true that I need help to actually make it happen. Because of there is another wall, which is the media, which is the type of story we are told to say, you know, and that's where I also need to break that wall, and that's why I'm going for this specific crowdfunding. Everyone will get the night on the Enterprise film prior to the official launching, as well as a digital copy. Same reward for all, but I need to start today to start collecting a lot of people.
Well, Isabella, I think you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much for coming in. And to the viewers, do go on to her website. You know, it's called iTunes Bangladesh DNA. You've just seen it on our screens, and donate, because I think it's wonderful that we are looking at something that is so positive and forward thinking. So thank you so much, Isabel, for coming in. I really, really am grateful for you coming in and sharing your story.
Thank you too.